And when you come up, we're gonna take a nice seat. So simple cross legs, Sukhasana is what that's called in Sanskrit. And that really is quite literally what it means. Sukha is sweet. It's a sweet, easy pose. So this pose is easy for some people. It's not so easy for other people. You might notice that some of us have our knees down below the level of our hips, and some of us have our knees higher. Now this is something of a problem for us, but we have props to help us. Now the reason that I want a certain shape with your legs here is because if we sit here and our knees are higher than our hips and we stay here for a few minutes like we're getting ready to, our lower backs will start to hold our hips and try to hold our legs up, and we'll start to travel down and down and down. So what do we do to get our hips higher than our knees? We sit up on something, either a block or a bolster, or even a folded blanket if you have it. You sit up until hopefully your knees start to drop. Yeah, that's pretty good. Nice. All right, so now once you're here, let your arms relax, let your hands be wherever they're comfortable. Is everybody comfortable here? Sort of. Now, sometimes this pose really isn't comfortable. There's another pose that we can take if that pose isn't comfortable, and that is Virasana, and we can sit up on a couple of blocks and try that. Now, this is something that I really want to pause and show you guys because a lot of you are gonna have this situation that our friend Matt here is having. I haven't really introduced everyone yet, but this is Matt, and he is really new to yoga, so he's with all of you newbies out there. And you know, we put him in this, and this really still isn't comfortable, so we're gonna add height. If this is bothering your knees, you absolutely add another block, bring it up higher, give more space for your knees. Much better. So if you're finding that your knees or your low back are really bothering you, this is a great option for you to take for a comfortable seat. Now, let's get back. Okay, so now that we've all found a comfortable seat, we're gonna do an exercise called the Marma points. And the Marma points are from Ayurvedic medicine. They are akin to the meridians of Chinese medicine. They deal with sort of energy intersection points in our bodies. They're really oriented towards what we call the subtle body, which is the energetic body in yoga. And if that is a little too out there for you, don't worry about it. This is really just a great warm-up for the major joints of the body. So let your hands rest wherever they're comfortable. Let your arms be relaxed so your shoulders are dropped. Go back to that nice, smooth, even breath you had when you were laying down, if you dropped it, and close your eyes. Sit up nice and tall, and on an inhalation, just lift up through the crown of your head. And then as you exhale, tilt your head over to the right. So just bring your right ear over towards your right shoulder. Drop your shoulders evenly here. And then on your next inhalation, go ahead and lift your head up to neutral again. Exhale, drop your head over towards the left shoulder. Bring your left ear closer to your left shoulder without raising that shoulder up. Just drop it down. Let the weight of your head do the work here. There's no need to force. And now let's do this more with the breath. So as you inhale, lift your head up. Exhale, bring it back over to the right. Inhale, lift your head up to neutral. Exhale, tilt it to the left. And keep going with the movement of your breath, with the rhythm of your own breath. Keep that nice relaxed position in your jaw. And see if you can do this movement without really disturbing your seat, so the weight of your sitting bones stays even. Very good. Now the next time you come up to neutral, just pause. I'm going to change the movement on you. As you exhale next, just drop your head forward. Bring your chin towards your chest. Very good. Now as you inhale, lift your head up to neutral. Lift your chest up and exhale. Let your head go back any amount, whatever amount is comfortable. Good. Inhale, lift your head up. Nice. Exhale, bring your head forward. Very good. Keep going once again with your breath. Now the lift of your chest is really what supports the movement of your head back here. And our friend Bella here in the middle, she has got a great example of a nice lifted chest. And for those of you who have an established yoga practice, Bella is going to be who you want to watch. She's really going to show you guys how to refine your foundations today. So I'm really glad to have you, Bella. All right, now we're going to take just one more round here. The next time that you come with your chin towards your chest, I want you to pause there with your head bowed. We'll all get together with our movements. Keep breathing. Very good. Now on your next inhalation, start to roll your head to the right, to the back. Exhale, bring your head to the left and to the front, and keep going. Just tracing nice, smooth, even circles with your head all the way around the central axis of your spine. That's it. Full circle, as close as you can get to that, and stay comfortable. Again, keep your chest lifted. Keep your shoulders down your back. You can go as fast or as slow as you want here. Really, this is just helping us tune in to what's going on with our neck, what's going on with our shoulders, if there's any tension we're holding there. And the next time you come to the front, just pause and switch the direction. Go the other way. Very nice, you guys. And once again, check in with your seat. It's very easy to let this movement start to translate all the way down your spine into your seat and move your sitting bones around. See if you can keep this movement isolated in your neck. Very good. The next time you come to the front with your chin at your chest, just pause. And then on your next inhalation, lift your head up to neutral. Keep your eyes closed. We're going to work on the shoulders now. So I want you to inhale and roll your shoulders up towards your ears. Now roll them forward, down, and back. So keep going like that. You're tracing circles toward the front of your mat, which might feel really weird. We're used to rolling our shoulders back. I want you to be rolling them forward. That's it, good. See if you can find a place where your movement is smooth. So if you notice any wrinkles in your circles, see if you can iron them out. Either make your circles smaller or bigger, whatever's more comfortable. Very good. And now reverse the movement. Now roll your shoulders back. Very nice. Now pause. Slowly open your eyes and keep breathing. We're going to do something with our wrists here that is a little complicated, so you might want to check this out really closely. You're going to interlace your fingers here really tightly. Take the tips of your thumbs to touch each other, and then bring your hands up to about eye level, maybe a little lower so you can see the screen, so you can see and check us out. Now, I want you to feel like your fingers are in one of those stupid little finger traps where you can't get your fingers out of them. They're stuck if you tried to pull them apart. I want you to create that little bit of tension so that your hands stay flat on the top, like a tabletop. Hug your elbows in so that they're underneath your wrists. Very nice. And now, as if that weren't hard enough, we're going to introduce some movement into this little exercise. I want you to take one wrist and roll it forward, followed by the other. So you're almost making a figure 8 with your wrists. Now keep your hands flat. The tendency right away is to let your hands buckle. I want you to keep your hands flat. That keeps the movement in your wrists. Very good. Nice, you guys. Good. That's pretty close. This is a brain exercise too, so don't worry if this is hard. It's not just about your wrists. Nice. Now go the other direction. See if you can roll your wrists back towards you. Good. Keep your elbows underneath your wrists. Keep breathing too, by the way, if you don't have enough to do already. Good. Keep those hands flat. Nice. Now stop and shake that out. Whew. That was tough, right? So now we're going to do something with our ankles that will require us to adjust our seats a little bit. Those of you who are in simple cross legs, you might be able to just take your right shin and cross it very easily over your left thigh, like so, making sure, of course, that this foot is totally clear of your thigh. It's nice and loose and floppy there. Now, some of you might be really ready to straighten one of those legs, that bottom leg. So if you want to do that, that's fine. However, if you're sitting up on something, you got to come down onto the floor so you're not pressing down with this leg onto an unsupported knee below. I hope that makes sense. Now, if you're in a seat like what Matt is in, you're just going to have to very limberly come up off of your blocks, slide your feet off to the side, and either sit up onto your block if you want a little more height as you keep that bottom knee bent, or if you're gonna straighten, of course, come all the way down. Does that make sense? So once again, we wanna have that right shin so that it's right on top of that left thigh, and we have our foot totally clear of our thigh, nice and loose. Take your right hand, wrap it around your right shin. Really get it around there so that your thumb goes all the way around the back side of your calf. That way, you can take the leg muscles out of this and make your foot really floppy. Now take your left hand and either just hold on to your big toe, or if you're like me, you might want a little bit of a foot massage here so you can work your fingers into the spaces between your toes. You interlace your fingers there. Feels kind of nice, kind of like those like 5-finger shoes, if you guys like those. I don't know if anybody does, I do. They're ugly, but I like them. Now, I want you to take that foot and make it nice and loose and just take circles. Now, the circles through your ankle here are driven by your hand and not by your leg muscles. Yeah, it doesn't matter which direction you're going, as long as it's smooth and even, the movement that you're taking. Very good. And this I always call also the slouchy pose, because everybody winds up very far down here. So I want you to see if you can sit up. Thighs are burning. That's a thigh burner. Good. Go the other direction if you haven't already. Good. Keep breathing. That's important. Very nice. Excellent. Now stop and just slap the bottom of your foot a few times. Wake it up. Very good. And switch sides. Go ahead and switch. Now, again, set it up so that your foot is totally clear of your thigh. And if you're like Scott here, hi Scott, you want to take your fingers and interlace them between your toes. That's really nice. And go ahead and take nice smooth circles once again here with the other ankle. Now, Scott has some ankle injuries. Scott also has some other injuries, so he's going to be showing us how to modify for some of our injuries today. And if you're like Scott and you have some ankle injuries, you might notice those here. You might notice some tightness and tension through the ankle. It'll be very clear. Now go the other direction if you haven't already. Keep breathing. Your movement might sound like a bag of rocks. That's right. See if you can smooth that out any with your breath or your attention. And if not, just be one with it. Be one with that sound. Good. Now stop and slap the bottom of your foot. Wake it up. That's good. Shall we get out of these seats? Yes?